Namo Namaha. Welcome back to yet another Sanskrit online class. Our today's topic is Apathit Avabodhanam, the comprehension of unseen passage. In today's class, you will get to learn how to solve the questions based on Apathit Gadyanshaha. Along with that, I'm going to discuss the Sanskrit project. Yes, students, I'm going to give you a project that is also based on Apathit Avabodhanam. So be attentive, be with me. Let's get started with the session Apathit Avabodhanam. There are 4 sections in your question paper, and the very first one, that is Khandah Ka, is Apathit Avabodhanam. It carries 10 marks and is considered to be one of the easiest sections. If done right, you can score full marks in this section. This section has one unseen passage of the total length of 80 to 100 words. It may be a Gadyanshaha, that is a simple passage, Sarala Katha, it may be in the form of a short story, or Varnanam, it can be a descriptive passage as well. Now, let's try to understand the marking scheme and the arrangement of questions within the section. Students, you already know what kind of questions are asked on the basis of Apathit Avabodhanam. Yet I am going to discuss them in brief so that I will be able to guide you about how to solve the questions based on unseen passage, and also about the project which is based on Apathit Avabodhanam. The questions are divided into 4 parts. The first one is Ekapadena Uttarata, that is answer in one word. It carries 2 marks. 3 questions will be asked here and you are supposed to solve any 2. The next one is Purna Vakyena Uttarata, answer in a complete sentence. In this, 2 questions are to be solved out of 3 for 2 marks each. The third one is Asya Anuchedasya Krute Upayuktam Shirshakam Samskritena Likhata. Write the appropriate title for the given passage in Sanskrit, and for this 1 mark has been assigned. And the last one is Yatha Nirdesham Uttarata, answer according to instructions. 4 questions will be asked here, and out of these 4 you will solve any 3, and 3 marks have been prescribed for the question. This question is based on the relation between Kartrupadam and Kriyapadam, that is the relation between the subject and verb, or the relation between Visheshanapadam and Visheshapadam, adjective and the qualified noun, and identifying the Paryayapadam or Vilomapadam for the given words from the passage. Thus, a total of 10 marks have been set for this section. Students, though you have internal options, I would like to suggest you to solve all the questions including the extra ones, as the marks of only correct answers are considered in boards. It will be beneficial for you. Now, I am going to discuss a few things about how to solve questions based on Apathit Avabodhanam. Yes, I know this question can be easily attempted, but sometimes we make some mistakes, and because of that we may lose our marks. So now I am going to explain some points which will help you to understand how to approach the questions based on Apathit Avabodhanam and how to avoid the mistakes. The first point is Pathanam, that is reading. Read the passage carefully and try to get the contents. You may not get the meaning of all the words. It's okay, don't worry about that. Go through the passage and with the help of the words or the part that you have understood, try to get a general idea of the passage, that is the gist of the passage, and keep it in mind because it will help you for giving a title to that passage. And the next point is pay attention to Vibhaktihi and Pratyaya Rupani, because sometimes while answering we need to change the forms of some words, especially the vibhakti of words. So we need to be careful about this part. The next point is about prashnaha, that is questions. After reading the passage, turn to the questions and try to understand the meaning of each and every question. And after trying to get that, choose some keywords and use those keywords from the question to locate the answer in the passage. That is what we usually do, right? We try to find out the words similar to those which are used in the question in the given passage, and this is how we try to get the answer. So you're going to do the same here. Reread the passage, and while reading it, try to find the answer. And once you get that answer, it is very much important, don't stop reading. Read the entire Anuchcheda. While writing the answers to the questions like Ekapadena Uttarata, pay attention to Prashnavachak Shabdaha. That is the words like the forms of Kim pronoun or the other words which are displayed on your screen. These interrogative words indicate us the vibhakti in which the answer is to be written. For example, if a question has the word kutra, then it is clear that the answer is expected in dvitiya vibhakti or saptami vibhakti. Or if a question has the word kati, then the expected answer is in the form of sankhyaha. The words like kidrushaha, kidrushi or kidrusham indicate that the answer is in the form of adjective. So pay heed to Prashnavachak Shabdaha or the interrogative words. The next point is about Purna Vakyena Uttarata. It is one of the easiest questions to solve, right? How do we answer this question? We take the help of the words from the given question and try to locate the answer in the passage. And once we get the sentence, we copy it down as it is in our answer sheet. Right? Don't do that. Because sometimes the complete sentence which is used in that Anuchchedaha is not required in the answer. And when you copy it down as it is from the passage, it indicates that you have not understood the meaning of the question. And that creates bad impression. So to avoid that, try to understand the meaning of the question, locate the answer in the passage, and write only the part which is required in the answer. The next one is about Uchitam Shirshakam, that is writing the appropriate title for the given Anuchchedaha. This title should be Sankshiptam. It should be short or brief. It should be consisting of 2 to 3 words, not more than that. And it should be Samuchitam, that is apt for the passage. It should be based on the gist or the general idea of the given Anuchchedaha. And let me tell you an interesting thing, students. Very often the answer is hidden in the passage itself. You will get the words for the title in the given Anuchchedaha. You need to read it carefully. The next question is Yatha Nirdesham Uttarata. It is the question based on grammatical concepts and it is the multiple choice question. So it is obvious that you need to go through all the options or the vikalpaha which are given. But don't jump to the conclusion very fast. Go back to the passage, refer to the sentence on the basis of which the question is asked. Try to find out the logic behind the answer, and if it makes sense, then consider it as the correct answer and write it. The next one is the most important but the neglected point. Uttaranam punah parikshanam kartavyam. Recheck the answers. Sometimes while copying the answers from the passage or from the given options, we may make some spelling mistakes or grammatical mistakes. And because of these mistakes, we may lose our marks. To avoid that, don't go to the next question before checking your answers. So students, we have discussed all the important points. Now let's learn how to practically make the use of all these points while solving the question. Let's solve a question based on Apatit Avabodhanam. The question is Adholikitam Gadyansham Patitva Pradatta Prashnanam Uttarani Samskritena Likhata. Students, this question has been asked in the sample question paper officially published by CBSE. Let me read out the passage. Ye janaha दृढ़ प्रतिज्ञाः भवन्ति तेषां कृते तेषां व्रतमेव सर्वप्रमुखं भवति। संसारे ईदृशाः जनाः अभवन् ये जीवनस्य अन्तिमे क्षणेऽपि सत्यस्य आश्रयं नात्यजन्, स्वात्मनः विपर्यये किञ्चित् कर्म अपि नाकुर्वन्। अनेकासु विपत्तिषु अपि नृपः हरिश्चन्द्रः सत्यस्याश्रयं नात्यजत्। महाराणा प्रतापः आजीवनं वने वने भ्रमत्। स्वभार्यां बालौ च बुभुक्षया निष्प्राणान्निव पश्यन्नपि सः तेषां वार्तां न अमन्यत। महाराणा प्रतापस्य पत्नी पुत्रौ च तस्मै पराधीनं जीवनं जीवितुम् अकथयन्। आधुनिके काले महर्षिः दयानन्दोऽपि सत्यस्य पालने वेदप्रचारे च स्वजीवनस्य बलिदानम् अकरोत्, परं सत्यस्य मार्गं नात्यजत्। एवमेव पुण्यभूमि भारते अनेके ईदृशाः महापुरुषाः अजायन्त ये स्वजन्मना इमां भूमिं पवित्राम् अकुर्वन्। अद्यापि तेषां चरणचिह्नानि मानवान् सत्याचरणं प्रति प्रेरयन्ति। Students, if you need more time, you can pause the video and can read the passage again. Try to get the gist of the Anuchedah. Assuming that you have understood the passage, now I am taking you to the questions. Here is the first question, Ekapadena Uttarata. And 3 questions are asked under this heading. Maharshihi Dayanandah Kim Balidanam Akarot? Kaha Nrupaha Satyasya Ashrayam Natyajat? And Kaha Ajivanam Vane Vane Brahmat? I told you to focus on the interrogative words. So here are the interrogative words, king, kaha and kaha. Now let's see how to get the answers. The first question is, Maharshihi Dayanandah Kim Balidanam Akarot? Did you get the meaning of the question? It means, what did Maharshi Dayanand sacrifice? And we get the answer in the line which is underlined here. But the important word for us is Swajivanasya. He sacrificed his own life. The interrogative word is Kim, which indicates that the answer is expected in Dvitiya Vibhaktihi, but the word that we have got in the passage is in Shashti Vibhaktihi. So we need to change the Vibhakti of that word and we get the answer Swajivanam. The next question is, Kaha Nrupaha Satyasya Ashrayam Na Tyajat? Which king didn't give up his truthfulness? We get the answer in the line which is marked, and the important word for us is Harishchandraha. The interrogative word is Kaha, which is indicating that the answer should be in Prathama Vibhakti, and in the passage the word Harishchandraha is used in Prathama Vibhakti, so the answer is Harishchandraha. The next question is, Kaha Ajivanam Vane Vane Brahmat? Who wandered in the forests throughout his life? We get the answer in the line which is marked here. The important word is Maharana Pratapaha. The interrogative word is Kaha, which is again suggesting that the answer should be in Prathama Vibhaktihi, and thus we get the answer Maharana Pratapaha, or you can just write Pratapaha. The next question is Purna Vakyena Uttaram Likhata. Answer in a complete sentence. The first question is Drudha Pratidnya Jananam Krute Kim Sarva Pramukham Bhavati? What is the most important thing for those who are well determined or well determined? We get the answer in the first line of the Anuchedah, and the answer is Drudha Pratidnya Jananam Krute Tesham Vratameva Sarva Pramukham Bhavati. As you can see, I have not copied the line as it is. I have referred to the question, and according to that only the required part is used in the answer. Let's see the next question. Adyapi किम मानवान् सत्याचरणं प्रति प्रेरयन्ति? What do inspire human beings to be truthful even today? And we get the answer in the last line of the Anuchchedah. But do you know what is missing in this last line? The meaning of this line is, the footsteps of those have been inspiring human beings to be truthful even today. But who are those people is not mentioned in this line. So we need to replace this pronoun tesham with the noun form, and we get the answer, adyapi mahapurushanam charana chinnhani manavan satyacharanam prati prerayanti. The next is, ke maharana pratapam paradhinam jivanam jivitum akathayan. Who asked Maharana Pratap to live the life of a slave, to surrender himself to the enemy? And we get the answer in the line which is marked. As this line consists of the answer which is expected in the question, so the answer is Maharana Pratapasya Patni Putrau cha Pratapam Paradhinam Jivanam Jivitum Akathayan. I hope you have understood it. The next one is Asya Anuchchedasya Krute Upayuktam Shirshakam Sanskritena Likhata. Students, I told you that the Shirshak should be based on the general idea of the passage, and this passage explains us about the greatness of noble, determined and truthful people, and the references of some great inspirational personalities are given here. As the passage is about great people, so the answer to this question can be Asya Anuchchedasya Krute Uchitam Shirshakam Mahapurushaha iti asti. You can also write the title as Drudha Pratidnyaha, which means well-determined people, or Punya Bhumi Bharatasya Mahapurushaha, the great people of the Holy Land, India. The next question is Yatha Nirdesham Uttarata. The first one is Akarot ityasyaha kriyayaha kartrupadam kim. What is the subject of the verb akarot? The verb akarot is the part of the sentence which is underlined here, and the subject of this verb is Maharshihi Dayanandaha. Why is it so? Because it is used in Prathama Vibhaktihi, and when you ask the question who to Akarot, who sacrificed his life to observe truth and to propagate Vedas, we get the answer Maharshi Dayanandaha. So the answer to this question is Akarot ityasyaha kriyayaha kartrupadam Maharshihi Dayanandaha iti asti. The next question is Nrupaha Harishchandraha Anayoho Padayoho Visheshanam Kim. You don't need to refer to the passage here because you need to choose the Visheshana Padam between these two words Nrupaha and Harishchandraha, which are given in the question itself, and the answer is Nrupaha Harishchandraha Anayoho Padayoho Visheshanam Nrupah iti asti. The next one is easy. Patnim ityasya padasya kaha paryayah atra agatah. If you have a good vocabulary of Sanskrit, you can easily answer this question. The word used for patnim is bharyam here, so the answer is patnim ityasya padasya bharyam iti paryayah atra agatah. The next question is Anuchchede mithyayaha padasya kaha viparyayah agatah. Viparyayah nama viloma padam. You need to choose the antonym for the word mithyayaha. The meaning of the word mithya is false. So it is obvious that the answer is satyasya, and this word is used several times in the passage. So the answer is Anuchchede mithyayaha padasya satyasya iti viparyayah agatah. There is one more logic behind this answer. The word mithyayaha is used in Shashti Vibhaktihi, so the antonym for this word should also be in Shashti Vibhaktihi. Margam cannot be the antonym for this word as it is in Dvitiya Vibhaktihi, but to choose the correct one between satyasya and asatyasya, you need to know the meaning of the given word. So students, we have discussed how to deal with the questions based on Apathit Anuchchedah in detail. And I hope this explanation will be helpful to you in scoring full marks in this section. Now, it's the time to give you information about the project. In Sanskrit, the word for project is Pariyojana Karyam, and this Pariyojana Karyam is based on Apathit Anuchchedah. The project is अधोलिखितौ गद्यांशौ अधिकृत्य संस्कृतेन प्रश्ननिर्माणं कुरुत प्रश्नानाम् उत्तराणि अपि लिखत. I am going to give you 2 Sanskrit unseen passages and you are going to frame questions and answers based on those. Usually you do answer the questions based on Apathit Anuchchedah. Here the process is reversed. Apathit Anuchchedah will be given to you and you will be framing the questions and answers both on the basis of that Apathit Anuchchedah. And you are going to frame these questions as per the pattern of your question paper. You already know it, but still I am displaying it to make it clear to you all. You can see I want you to frame 3 questions of Ekapadena Uttarata, 3 questions of Purna Vakyena Uttarata, 1 question based on Shirshak, and the last one, Yatha Nirdesham Uttarata, will also be consisting of 4 questions. Students, if possible, try to avoid the repetition of questions. For example, if you have asked 1 question in Ekapadena Uttarata, don't repeat the same in Purna Vakyena Uttarata. So here I am displaying Prathamaha Anuchchedah, the first unseen passage. You can pause the video and can read it and write it as per your convenience. Prathamaha Anuchchedah. And now I am displaying the second unseen passage, Dvitiyaha Anuchchedah. Students, let me remind you, you are going to rewrite these 2 passages. You can write them on assignment sheets or any other paper that you have. You are going to frame the questions as per the paper pattern prescribed by CBSE, and you are also going to write the answers to those questions. You should have a cover page on which you are going to write your name, standard, division, subject, and the topic. I'll repeat, on the cover page you are going to write your name, standard, division, subject, and the topic. And you will submit this project when you will get back to school. So enjoy this activity. Till then, Dhanyavadaha, Punah Milamaha.